Hi friends, this is Selvijang here. Welcome to my networking channel. Hope all are doing good. And today the topic I am going to discuss about how to allow access from the DMZ to the inside using the object root statement in access list. Okay. So for that I have created the architecture. So to the ASA firewall, Cisco ASA firewall, I have connected 4 switches and one switches I am going to configure the inside security zone. So by default inside will be assigned a security level of 100. It's the most trusted. Then the intermediate zone, I have connected 3 switches, switch 1, 2 and 3. So I'm going to configure these 3 switches in the DMZ zone. I'm going to assign a different security level for all these 3 zones. Okay. Then I'm going to create the object root statement and I'm going to show you how we can apply that object root statement in access list. So these are things I'm going to show you today. For a better understanding, let us go to the configuration and let us now configure the interfaces and its associated zones. Then let us configure the individual host, right? So let us go to the AC firewall and let us configure the interfaces and the associated security zones. So first let us assign the interface security zone. Okay. So go to the configuration mode, interface gigabit 0 by 0, name if inside. Okay. So automatically assign the security level of 100. Then let us assign this IP address. So the host IP is 1.2. So this IP will be 1.1. Okay. So IP 192.168.1.1 IP address 192.168.1.1 255.255.255.0 and then let us do a no shell. Okay. So afterwards let us configure the remaining 3 interfaces in DMZ zone. So the second interface is gigabit 1. Okay. So go to the configuration mode, interface gigabit 0 by 1 and let us assign the name the interface. Let us name it as DMZ1. As per the architecture, I am assigning as DMZ1 and let us assign the security level as 10. Okay, so I can assign the security level for DMZ from 1 to 99. So I am assigning is 10. Then let us add the IP address. So the IP address will be here. This host is 2.2 and the gateway will be 2.1. Okay, so 192.168.2.1 255.255.255.0 and let us do a no shut. Similar way, and the third interface that is DMZ2 gigabit 2. I am going to assign DMZ2. Let us assign the security level as 20. Okay, so configuration mode, interface gigabit 0 by 2 and name if DMZ2. Okay, and the security level let us give as 20 and the IP address. Okay, the IP address host is 3.2, so obviously this will be 3.1. So for the host, this will be the gateway 192.168.3.1 255.255.255.0 and let us do a no shut. So finally the fourth interface that is in DMZ3. Okay, so go to the configuration mode, interface gigabit 0 by 3, name if DMZ3. Okay, and the security level let us give it as 30 and the IP address. So the IP address should be 192.168.4.1. So this 4.2 for this the gateway will be 4.1. Okay, so 192.168.4.1 255.255.255.0 and let us do a no shell. So I have done with the interface configuration. Now let us view the running configuration. So totally 4 interfaces I have created. One is an inside security zone, the security level 100, that is 1.1, and 3 DMZ zone. One is 2.1, 3.1 and the third one is 4.1, right? 1.1, 2.1 is DMZ1 and gigabit 2 is 3.1 and gigabit 3 also we have to configure, right? Gigabit 3 is 4.1. Okay, so there are 3 interfaces we have configured 2.1, 3.1 and 4.1. So now what I'm going to do, let us now check the individual host. So let us go to inside host. So let us go to the inside host and let us now view the configuration. Show running configuration interface gigabit 0 by 0. So this is a configuration I have did. So 1.2 this is IP. Okay, and I have set a default gateway as 1.1. So let us show run include default gateway. I have set it as 1.1 for this particular thing. Okay, and also I disabled the routing. So similar way let us go to the second host That is a DMZ host. So the DMZ host, I assign the IPS 2.2, this is 3.2 and 4.2, right? So for this particular thing I told you, right, the gateway assigned this is 1.2 and the gateway be 1.1, and I have disabled the routing, no IP routing. The similar way I done for all these 4 hosts. Okay, so let us log into the second host. Show run interface gigabit 0 by, this interface is gigabit 0 by 1. Okay, so this is 2.2 and obviously gateway will be 2.1. Similar way 3.2 and 3.1. This is 4.2 and 4.1. Okay, so let us go here. Now I'm going to create the object group statement. So let us create the object group statement. Then I will be applying the same in the access list. This is 3.2 and the gateway will be 3.1. Finally, let us log into the fourth host. That is a DMZ host 3. Show run interface. What is the interface? So the interface is gigabit 3. Okay, so let us go here, gigabit 0 by 3. So this is the thing I configured, that is 4.2 and the gateway is 4.1. So we have configured all the interfaces and the associated security zone, and this host we already configured. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a object group statement and I'm going to bind these 3 hosts to the object group statement. Okay, how to do that? So let us go to the ASI firewall and let us create the object group statement. Okay, so go to the configuration mode. Okay, object group, the command is object group network object. Okay, so network, then we have to specify the name. Let us name it as web servers. Okay, then I am going to create a network object. So network object, the command is network object. Okay, and the host, I'm going to bind these 3 hosts, DMZ hosts, to the network object. So the object name is web servers. We have created an object group, network is web servers, and the network object host, I'm going to bind these 2 hosts. Okay, so 192.168.2.2, the second host is 3.2, and the third DMZ host is 4.2. Okay, so we are done with the object group statement. So now I am going to create an access list allowing from the DMZ to the inside. Why? Because always traffic flows from the higher security zone to the lower security zone. To allow the traffic from the lower, that is, these all are lower security zone. So to allow traffic from the DMZ to the inside, I need to create an access list. And in the same access list, I am going to bind that object group statement. What we have created, that object group, I am going to bind it. So let us, after binding, let us now create the access list, right? So we already created the object group statement. Now let us create the access list in such a way. Access list, and the name is DMZ underscore in, because we are allowing from the DMZ to the inside network. Okay, and let us give extended permit. Okay, and I'm going to allow only the ICMP traffic. Okay, the protocol is ICMP, and here we have to bind it. What the object group we have created is net web servers, right? So let us bind that. So object group, the object group is, we have to bind this name. What is the name we have created is web servers, right? So the create web servers we have created, right? So the object group followed by the web servers, then this is the source host, then the destination host we have to specify. So what is the destination host is 1.2. So this is already binded with the object group, and the destination host is 1.2. So let us do host 192.168.1.2. Okay, so now after creating this, what we have to do, we have to create an access group to apply this access list statement. Okay, so access group DMZ underscore in interface DMZ1. Okay, that means I am allowing from DMZ1 to the inside interface. Okay, let us now save the configuration, and now let us check from the first host to this particular DMZ host 1 to inside host. Let us do a ping. Okay, so go to the first host, that is a DMZ host. Okay, and let us ping from here. So ping 192.168. Let us now give the default ping 2.2. Let us ping this 2.1, then let us ping 1.1. Okay, 192.168 2.1. Let us see, I am able to reach. Now let us ping the inside host, that is 1.2. I should be in a position to ping. Okay, dot 1.2. So now let us check from the DMZ host to the inside host. I am able to ping the inside host because we allow the traffic from the DMZ1 to the inside, and also check the default gateway. So the default gateway should be, we have to point it to 2.1. IP default gateway should be 2.1. Okay. So similar way, let us go to DMZ host 2 and let us ping it. So let us go to DMZ host 2 and let us ping the inside host 1.2 because we allow the access list in such a way, right? So 1.2 I am not able to reach because why? Because I have to create the access list for DMZ2 also. So let us go to ASI firewall. Okay, show run include access group. Okay, access group. So here you have to add the statement access group in interface DMZ2. Okay, so go to the configuration mode. I have to do access group DMZ in interface. Then we have to add the DMZ2 also. DMZ2 and also DMZ3. Now let us do save the configuration. And now let us ping from DMZ host 2, this IP to this inside host. Let us go to DMZ2 and let us now ping. So 1.2 still if I'm not able to reach, so that means we have to set the gateway. So this gateway you have to set the IP. This is 3.2. Here you have to set it as 3.1. So if the gateway is not set, it not work properly. So let us go here, go to the configuration mode. IP default gateway is 192.168.3.1. Okay, so this is a gateway, that is a DMZ interface IP. So now let us ping it. It should be position to ping. So still I'm not able to reach. So now what we can do, let us see. And let us check the ping from DMZ3 or 3 also 192.168.1.2. That also not able to reach. So now what we can do, go to configuration mode, no IP routing. So these two things are mandatory. You have to do no IP routing and also we have to set the default gateway. Now let us ping. So now I'm able to ping from DMZ host 2 to this particular inside host. Let us check from host 3 also. So these two things are mandatory. First, we have to set the gateway to this particular interface and also we have to disable the routing. Similar way, let us go to DMZ host 3 and let us ping. So I'm able to reach, right? So this is how we can configure we can allow the access list from the DMZ to the inside host using the object group statement in access list. So what are things I have done is, let us come to a short summary. So I have created 4 interfaces. One interface I configured in an inside security zone with the security level of 100, and the remaining 3 interfaces I configured in the DMZ zone. One is I have set it as 10, 20 and 30. These are the security level. And also we know by default always traffic flows from the higher to the lower security zone. So to allow the reverse traffic or to allow the traffic flow from the lower to the higher security, we have to allow the access list. So I have created the access list. So prior to that I have created the object group statement and I binded these 3 hosts. Then I have allowed the access list from this DMZ to the inside host, right? And also other things, keep it in mind, here we have to set the default gateway to this particular interface IP. Then I have disabled the IP routing. So these are things I have done. So I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. Thanks and have a wonderful day. Thank you.